I found a dream in Paradise Valley. A new world seemed to open its door. The heavens beamed in Paradise Valley. Love sent a smile that I've waited for. Though the trail seemed long, weary and blue, it was all worth the while, for when I found you, I found a dream in Paradise Valley, the sweetest dream that ever came true. Yippee-ki-yi-yo, settle down, little doggies. You know Wyoming will be your new home. Yippee-ki-yi-yo, settle down, little doggies. The orneriest cattle that ever I met. Yippee-ki-yi-yo, settle down, little doggies. A storm's a brewing, and you're gonna get wet.
These small outfits are easy pickings. It won't take much to start that herd off. Come on, boys, let's go.
Hey, Fred. Fred, are you dead?
No, but I got a man-sized headache. Fuzzy, if we lose that herd, we're plumb broke.
Don't worry. We won't lose our herd. We'll tell them to where there ain't never been no ice.
We sure will. I got a good look at that hombre. I'll know him if we ever meet up with him again.
I hope so.
And I tell you, Mr. Rand, it's sure fire and you can't lose.
Good morning, Mr. Peterson.
How do you do, Miss Rand? I'm just trying to hand your father $1 million.
That's very nice of you, but should you worry yourself about business matters?
Now, don't muss my hair. And why shouldn't I find something to occupy my mind? I allowed those fool doctors to send me out here 1,000 miles from nowhere. But I won't sit around and do nothing like a bump on a log.
All right, all right. I'm sorry I even mentioned it. You've been like a grumpy old bear of late.
And why? Because I've got nothing to do but twiddle my thumbs and look at scenery that doesn't interest me. For real interest, I'd trade a mile of scenery for 1 inch of ticker tape.
Every man to his own taste, as the robin remarks when he gobbled the worm. Well, I like this scenery, and I'm going out to look at some more of it. Be a good boy and don't forget your medicine. And don't get into any trouble. I'll leave them in your care, Mr. Peterson.
I appreciate the confidence, and I'll do my best.
Thank you. Bye.
Now, this is too big for me to handle. I haven't got money enough. Now, all this country in here belongs to an old Spanish grant. People forgot about it a long while ago. But that don't change the fact that the grant still holds title to the land. In Paradise Valley here, since it got water in it, is the most valuable land in this part of the state. And those homesteaders in the valley, why, they haven't got any legal title to the land at all. I stumbled on this thing by accident. The last living heir is Pedro de Cordova, and he's in plenty trouble with the law, and he don't dare go into court, and he'll sell for a song. This grant even takes in my place, but I expect to be protected in that.
Yes, of course.
Half of this is enough for me. You put up the money, we buy out Cordova, and we'll throw these squatters off the land.
Ride the herd to the same place. I'll go in to Clem, see about the payoff. Well, I don't remember seeing you around here before.
I can think of no reason why we should have met before, nor again.
Oh, don't get hostile, sister. I'm right popular with the girls when they get to know me.
Let go of my reins.
Don't you think we can sort of talk this over?
Well, if I can read trail signs, we're not far behind those rustlers.
I hope we soon find them cattle. I'm so hungry I could eat a steer on the hoof.
There you go again. Listen, it's your appetite that's keeping me broke. You eat up all the profit.
Well, a man-sized appetite ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
Looks like that horse is running away, Fuzzy.
Sure does. Fred, what happened?
I saw one of those rustlers, Fuzzy.
And he beat you to the draw?
It was on my account. He was helping me. We must do something for him.
Don't you fret about me. I'm doing fine.
Oh,
Yeah, you're doing fine. Come on. Let's get out of here. My partner's been hurt pretty bad. Could we stop here?
Bless your heart, of course you can.
Thank you.
John!
All right, Martha, I'm coming.
Ride to the county seat and get a doctor. Take him into the house and we'll make him comfortable till the doctor gets here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hurry along, this boy's been hurt.
That's too bad. I'll have a doctor here in no time.
Put him on the sofa. Make him comfortable while I go get some water.
I'm sorry to put you to so much trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I'm only happy to do what I can for you.
Oh, that's one thing I admire about your country. You find people so warm-hearted and hospitable.
You're not from the West?
No, I'm a tenderfoot from away back east.
Well, I can see where the East does have some things in its favor.
I guess you ain't feeling as bad as I thought. You're feeling quite pert and skittish.
How'd your friend get hurt? Was it an accident?
Accident? No, I just call it downright carelessness. He run into a rustler when he wasn't ready to shoot.
Oh, that's terrible. Good land, what's happened?
You better get that partner of mine out of that kitchen. He goes plumb loco when he sees food.
What happened?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but the herd stampeded and just tromped me down.
Oh, you poor boy. Oh, dear.
Got another herd of beef for you.
All right, throw 'em in with a bunch.
You don't seem very interested.
I'm not. I got something on the fire that makes that herd of beef of yours look like small change.
Oh, yeah? Well, show me.
Come into the house. I was waiting for you to show up. I need you and the boys. From now on, you're Pedro de Cordoba, a bandito, the last heir of an old Spanish family.
Say, have you gone loco?
Yes, sir, like a fox. And here's the royal grant, signed by a king of Spain, that gave your great-great-granddaddy a lot of property around here.
Say, that's a neat-looking job.
It ought to be. It cost $500. This is an exact copy of the original. The only difference is a change in the boundaries.
I still don't get the play.
You will.
Dad, I've had the most exciting adventure, and a very nice man was almost killed, saving my life.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I was frightened by a man I'd never seen before. My horse ran away, and
And so we sell out to the tenderfoot for a good price.
And he goes to law with them homesteaders.
Sure, he throws a good scare into them, and they sell out for whatever they can get.
Yeah, but supposing he wins the suit.
Don't worry about that. I can prove it's a forgery whenever I'm ready.
And the smart tenderfoot has the fun of holding the bag.
Let's get out of here. I want to find a hideout for that bandit before morning.
Yeah.
Dad, why don't you stop all this everlasting scramble for more money? You have enough.
No one ever has enough money. Money is power and security.
But it's also cruel. Your success in this merger means the ruin of other men.
And if the positions were reversed, they'd put the clamps on me. This game of finance is a case of dog eat dog, and I don't intend to be eaten.
We met by chance, the band was playing. The last dance you said you'd save for me. Soon with the music we were swaying to strains of home, sweet home, a perfect melody. In my when we smiled happily, when we heard the music play, home sweet home. How we planned and romanced as around the floor we danced, when we heard the music play, home sweet home. I felt so proud with your arm on my shoulder, and I grew bolder, but now we're older. That same look in your eye is as sweet as days gone by, when we heard the music play, home sweet home. Be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. That same look in your eye is as sweet as days gone by, when we heard the music play, home sweet home.
Bravo! Bravo!
Well, come on inside. There's no cost for admission.
Do come in.
Hello, Mrs. Lane, Mr. Lane.
We just finished dinner, but won't you have a cup of tea?
Oh, no, thank you. I just dropped by to see how the battered warrior was getting along.
Well, I'm feeling right fair to middling, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, that is indeed most gratifying. And if you still feel tunefully inclined, have you by chance a rollicking cowboy rondelay in your repertoire?
Just a moment, I'll speak to my arranger. Fuzzy, have we got one of them things in our, what she said?
Well, we had, I know. It was on that pack horse that we lost.
What a shame. Well, how about a roundup hoedown?
I know what she means. She wants you to sing. Smart guy.
All right, Mrs. Lane, will you accompany me on the organ?
¿Cómo está, señor? You do me honor.
You are Mr. Pedro de Cordova?
See, in me you behold the last of a noble family. My hacienda is at your command. What can I serve you, mescal or whiskey?
Nothing, thank you. My health doesn't permit me to drink.
Oh, what a pity.
Mr. Rand would like to talk to you about the land grant that belongs in your family.
Oh, if you wish. You see, the right to all this land belongs to me, but the land, no.
Well, if you have lawful right to the land, you could prove it in court.
But, senor, I could not go into court. They would not give back to me my land. They would hang me by the neck, and that I would not like, no.
I see. Well, I suppose you have some proof of ownership.
Oh, si, senor. Manuel, the strong blocks. Now, senor. This was given to my great-grandfather by the King of Spain.
Do you mind if I took this to have it translated?
But, senor, you would leave deposits?
Certainly. What would you want?
Oh, say $5,000.
That's a lot of money.
But, senor, this is a lot of land.
Take care of yourself. You were hurt on my account, and I feel terribly responsible.
Oh, I don't feel that way about it. You take after rustlers, you gotta expect to swap a little lead. I'm probably gonna be around
Oh,
here
Miss
for...
Ryan, I just made some cookies. I'd be awfully proud if you take some home with you.
Oh, I certainly will, and thank you kindly, ma'am.
You'll be talking like real folks in no time at all.
I have excellent teachers.
Bye. Bye. You're not awfully sorry you had to get shot on her account?
Well, I just had to get shot.
And I don't blame you. She's a mighty sweet girl.
Hasta la vista, senores. Well, I spent enough time with other boys to know how to do that.
There you are, partner. Just as easy as falling off a log.
Say, you're feeling pretty pert. You ain't no invalid.
That's right, I'm as good as new.
Ain't it about time we was making tracks? Where do we go from here?
To get us a job. You know, Fuzzy, we're not in the cattle business anymore.
How come?
That herd of ours is beef. There's no use trying to pick up the trail of those rustlers. It's plumb cold by now.
Oh, Martha!
Looks like there's something wrong.
Sure do.
Martha! Martha, something terrible has happened.
Yes, John, what is it?
We may lose our home.
Oh, that can't be. We don't owe anybody any money.
I know that, but it seems there's an old Spanish land grant that nobody knew about that holds title to all this country. And suit has been filed at the county seat to gain possession of the land.
Oh, John, we worked so hard on land that was nothing but desert, and we were so happy here. Oh, dear. Thinking we had nothing more to worry about.
Looks like we found that job.
Good. Where is it?
Who filed the suit, John?
J.C. Rand.
You mean Gail's father?
Yes. He sneaked in here like a rattlesnake to see if our homes were worth stealing.
And I thought she was such a sweet girl.
This weather was too perfectly gorgeous to stay indoors. Well, this wild ovation fairly overwhelms me. I don't seem to be exactly welcome.
These folks have been friendly to me. Their quarrel is my quarrel.
But I don't understand. I've had no quarrel with them.
Your father done a mighty low-down thing, and I reckon you stand by him.
I don't believe my father would do anything dishonorable.
Maybe he doesn't think it's dishonorable to steal the homes of hard-working people, but I do.
Just what do you mean?
Ask him.
I will.
Folks are pretty much wrought up, and I've heard considerable wild talk about paying Rand a visit.
That's my idea exactly, and I suggest taking along a rail as the proper means of transportation out of the country.
That's crazy talk. It takes brains, not a locoed mob, to deal with a thing of this kind.
Maybe so, but a mob will get faster action.
Come on, we're heading for rain.
These boys here, they pay for all the land, so that's what it takes for it. I sure hope we're too late.
Now, wait a minute, man. Don't act locos. Let's talk things over.
I appreciate your coming to my aid.
I wasn't worried about your hide. I didn't want these men to make trouble for themselves.
My father's not asking for anything except his legal rights.
Well, what about their rights? This valley was desert till they came. Their work made it valuable land.
And they were fools not to first make sure of their title.
Does that give you the right to steal the fruit of their labor?
I've stolen nothing. I bought from the rightful owner.
I'd like to know more about this Pedro de Cordova. I never heard of any gang of Mexican bandits around here.
Neither have I.
The matter is now in the hands of the court, and that's the place to present your argument.
Maybe so. But I aim to have a talk with this Cordova hombre. There's something about this that doesn't smell right, and I aim to find out what it is. Let's go. This is no place to look for fair play.
Fred. There's a fella hightailing away from here in an all-fired big hurry.
Yeah, I wonder who he is. Oh. Come on, let's see if we can find this mysterious band.
I just as well go.
Is it necessary to fight them? They were very happy.
If squatters settled in your backyard, would you give them the land just because they were happy there? There's plenty of land available for homesteading. It was their business to find land with a clear title.
Say, we've combed a lot of country and haven't even seen a Mexican jumping bean. Come on, let's go home.
There's been a camp over there. Let's take a look.
That pair look as though they're going to be a nuisance. Have the boys take care of them.
That suits me. I ain't crazy to have them around either. That last herd we got belonged to them.
Oh. Come on.
Hey, Fred. Fella must have left in a hurry. He jumped right out of his pants.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't have any more use for them.
What do you mean? Every man needs his pants.
I heard something, Fuzzy. Wander towards your horse and get ready to make a fast getaway.
I'm wondering.
I got an idea that gang expected it.
Me too, and the ones I saw didn't look like Mexicans.
No, me neither. Fuzzy, let's get back out of sight. That's Clem Peterson and that rustler I tangled with.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Go easy. I want a scalp, all right, but first I want to find out what happened to our cattle.
That's a good idea.
You bring them fancy clothes down here, and we'll shake Rand down for some more money.
This beats rustling 4 ways from the jack.
Come in.
You Clem Peterson?
I am.
You been buying any cattle lately?
Is that any of your business?
Maybe. You see, this looks mighty like my brand worked over.
Say, you been killing some of my stock?
I don't know. Maybe it was mine. You see, it shows up much plainer on the inside of the hide than it does on the outside.
What about it? Maybe it has been worked over. I buy a lot of cattle. What do you want me to do, skin them all to see if the brand is blotched?
Well, maybe I have been a little hasty. Of course, I don't mean to say you make a practice of buying stolen cattle.
You better not. And don't you kill any more of my stock either.
All right. We won't be killing any more cattle, Mr. Peterson.
Fred, well, what's the matter? Ain't you feeling well?
I decided not to force a showdown. Fuzzy, I think we're on the trail of something a lot more important than our herd of cattle.
Well, this got to be mighty important. I was quite fond of them cattle.
Dad, I'd like to go home for a while. You'll be all right.
Well, I thought you were crazy about this country. The marvels of creation and whatnot.
You ever hear of a woman changing her mind?
It seems to me that I did hear a rumor that a woman once changed her mind.
Rand's brought in high-powered lawyers from outside. We won't stand much chance against him in court.
I know there's something rotten about this whole thing, and I'm going to find out what it is. All I need is a little time.
Say, who invited Clem Peterson to the meeting?
How are you, gentlemen? I heard there was a meeting here, so I thought I'd drop in.
You're welcome to sit in. I guess you're in the same fix as the rest of us.
John, the court has issued dispossess orders. Rand has them, and the sheriff's coming out here tomorrow to put us all off our land.
How do you know?
Tom Carter just stopped by and told me. Oh, John, what will we do?
Well, I know what I'll do.
This is my home. I earned it with my labor, and I'll not leave here except in a box.
John, that's foolish. You can't fight the law with lead.
Maybe I can't win, but I can fight.
So can I.
Everyone in the valley. We'll meet at the crossroads, and Sheriff Tate won't serve any dispossession notice.
I'm with you. We'll find out.
Right now. Round the world, fight or not. Take this place away.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Isn't there anything you can do to stop 'em? This means bloodshed, and I'd rather lose 1,000 homes than have anything happen to my husband.
If I only had a little more time, I'm sure there'd be no reason for them to fight.
John, let's go away from here and start all over someplace else.
No, Martha. We're in the right, and there's some things that a man can't take.
Fuzzy, if the sheriff didn't have any papers to serve, there wouldn't be any fight, would there?
So what?
Well, maybe there won't be any papers.
Oh.
Those pilgrims are making war medicine.
Pilgrims? Who are they?
Homesteaders. Cattlemen call them pilgrims.
I see. But what do you mean by war medicine?
Trouble. That means a fight. And when I say a fight, it means a fight with guns. And they're just as apt to ride over here and take a crack at you.
I'll demand police protection.
Don't bother about that. I'll send some of my boys over, and when it comes to gunslinging, it'll make those fellas look like amateurs. And they can lend the sheriff a hand.
Well, that's outrageous. Have those people no respect for the law?
Not much. If they go on the warpath, the lawyer won't do your father much good except to settle up your estate.
You stay with the horses, and keep on your toes because I may be in a hurry when I leave.
What are you doing here? I demand to know what you're doing here. Well,
I came for these dispossessed notices.
they belong to my father. Give them to me.
No. He has no right to rob those people of the homes they made for themselves in the desert.
And you apparently have no respect for the law. I demand that you give me those letters and get out of here.
Any attempt to serve these papers will end in bloodshed. Honest, hard-working men stand ready to die in defense of their homes. Is there enough money in the whole world to pay you for taking their lives?
I don't believe you.
Are you sure of that? All right. If you don't believe me, call for help.
Oh, I don't know what to believe. Please go while you can.
Me, Clem Peterson.
Why, I'm just an old friend of the family.
You're a what?
I'll see you later.
Stop him, boys! Stop him! Wait a minute. You stay here, Carson. You men go after him.
I was awakened out of a sound sleep by all this commotion. Shooting, horses, men shouting. Why, what is it all?
I don't know. I came in just before you.
Who's there?
Me, Clem Peterson.
What's all this commotion?
Well, it looks like I got here about on time.
What do you mean?
A bunch of my boys jumped these homesteaders sneaking up on the house. I figured they was gonna call on you kind of unexpected like. But don't worry. They drove 'em off so they won't trouble you anymore. Oh, the senor here would like to talk to you about a little more cash on this deal.
Si, senor. I must go away for a little while. This, what you call him, option. Maybe you can take it up now, huh? You see, there is too much talk about me. I cannot stay in this country. The law, she catch up with me, huh?
Father, I've seen this man before. I can't quite place him, but it doesn't seem to me he was a Spaniard.
Senorita, I have not had the great pleasure to see you before. You mistake me for somebody else, huh?
I'm certain I've seen you before. Oh, I wish I could remember.
Now, you go to bed. I'm sure you've never seen this gentleman before.
She ever see you before?
Yeah, she may cause trouble.
We'll make sure that she doesn't.
There's nothing to worry about. Mr. Peterson's men will be on guard.
Dad, why don't you give up this whole scheme?
Well, now, don't be hysterical.
I'm not hysterical. I just feel that there's something terribly wrong about the whole thing. You have enough money.
Now, don't worry your head about things you don't understand. Business has got to be cold-blooded or a man fails. Good night.
I guess they got discouraged.
Yeah. And it don't sit well on my stomach to run away from a low-down bunch of rustlers.
Don't worry, we'll tend to them. I had to see that the sheriff wouldn't have any papers to serve in the morning. That'll give us more time.
Fred, I saw that bunch when they rode in. And one of them was all dolled up in a fancy Mexican outfit.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
I thought you seen him since you swapped lead with him.
No, I didn't. I've got to have a few minutes with that hombre. It's mighty all-fired important.
Somebody has stolen those dispossession notices.
Are you sure?
Positive. They were here last night.
Well, can't your lawyer at the county seat get copies?
Yes.
Well, then send him a note.
I don't see anybody down there dressed like a Mexican.
Wish I knew for sure whether he was down there or not. I guess I'll have to drop in on him.
What?
Listen, Fuzzy, you're going to pull that gang away for about 10 minutes.
Who's going to pull what away?
And don't take any chances. As soon as they start, you hightail it out fast.
I had that idea a long time ago.
Get up. Now get in the house. Where's that phony Mexican bandit? He was here last night.
What right have you to...
Never mind, answer my questions and talk fast. Where is he?
Why ask me?
Because he keeps his clothes in your house when he isn't playing bandit.
You're a liar.
I don't know whether you're a crook or a fool. Where's that so-called bandit?
I don't know. He said he was going to Mexico.
Maybe you're telling the truth. I don't know. Where's your daughter? I'll believe her.
I haven't seen her this morning. She often goes for an early morning ride.
Say, Sheriff, there's a crazy man inside.
Did you get him?
Got away from
Oh,
him.
he got away. You fellas that make good sheep herders.
What do you expect me to serve papers I haven't got, and I can't wait around all day.
Keep your shirt on. You'll get the papers.
Mr. Rand, I don't mind telling you I don't like this job.
You better take some of my boys along with you.
I don't need any help to do my duty.
Well, they'll ride along just in case.
You went and trailed me here, and now you gotta stay. Oh, but you won't be lonesome. I'll be right with you.
Don't you know you'll answer to the law for this?
Lady, I've been running circles around the law for years. But right now, the law is doing a job for me.
I knew I could depend on you. Now, boys, don't lose your head. We're not to fire a shot unless we have to. We're with you.
Oh. Ah, dog. I got here anyhow, and they're not going to take my land.
I thought I could sure count on Fred and Fuzzy. I can't understand what's happened to them.
You better eat hearty. It may be a long time between meals.
What do you mean?
I mean, we're traveling south. Let go of that gun.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Now drop that gun and raise those paws.
All right, Fred, come on.
Get over there. Fuzzy, take Miss Rand out and show her the scenery. I want to have a little talk with the senor.
All right, miss, right this way.
Now, you're going down and tell the sheriff all about your little scheme.
Oh, yeah? That's what you think.
That's right. And I'm pretty sure you'll agree.
Now, standing right from here is a beautiful view over there. Then if you look over here, you see, where the snow-capped mountains are. Of course, the moon doesn't come over till 12 o'clock, and we can't wait
Don't be silly. I'm not interested in scenery.
Oh, but it's beautiful, lady. You'll see more right around here than you'll ever see on Broadway. And, hey, there's one other thing around here that I want to show you that you haven't seen. have to look this way to see it, right around that, this way, lady, right around there, you see? You go right around that rock, and, see, what are you worried about?
Fuzzy, help the senor on his horse. He's plumb anxious to talk to the sheriff.
Well, that's right nice of him. Let's go.
You prevented a great injustice. I don't know how to thank you.
Now, don't you fret about that. Let's get started.
There you are, Sheriff. Let's have some action. All right, men, hit leather.
Oh, should we come on? What do you think, Harold? Sheriff Tate, stay where you are.
What do you mean?
I mean, you ain't going to throw anybody off their property.
I thought my men were going to come in handy. Now just give the word.
I'll have no bloodshed in this if I can help it. Men, you can't stop the law this way. Now, don't make me use force.
You try to get my land, and I'll show you the law.
All right. Talk it over among yourselves. I'll give you just 3 minutes.
Why, don't fool with them. Turn the boys loose. Sure, give us a chance.
Keep quiet.
I'm running this business.
Any of you boys want to turn back?
Not me. I'll fight for my land.
Time's up. Come on, boys.
Hold it, man! Get off that horse! Sheriff, this hombre wants to tell you how that land grant was an April Fool's joke. Just all in fun. Take it easy.
And I'll plug that first hombre that gets restless.
All right, speak your piece or we'll go around the corner and argue some more. Come on.
All right. The grant was a forgery. I was the phony bandit.
All right, John, come on and join the party. While we're at it, Sheriff, there's a little matter of stolen cattle to be straightened out. There's some honest men you can swear in as deputies.
I found a dream in Paradise Valley. A new world seemed to open its door. The heavens beamed in Paradise Valley. Love sent a smile that I've waited for. Though the trail seemed long, weary and blue, it was all worth the while, for when I found you, I found a dream dream in Paradise Valley, the sweetest dream that ever came true.
Bravo! Bravo!
Well, come on inside. There's still no cost for admission.
Have you by chance a rollicking cowboy rondelay in your repertoire?
Letty, we got a flock of them. Just name your warble.
What's that?
It's a puzzle. I've been trying to get it apart for the last month.
You mean, like that? Did I hurt his feelings?
You plumb ruined his vanity.
I understand you're leaving here.
Yes, we've recovered most of our cattle. Now we'll drift them back to our own spread.
Oh. Would you care to have another partner buy in with you?
Who?
Me?
Do you think you'd be happy in the cattle business?
I know I would.
That same look in your eye is the sweetest days gone by, when we heard the music play. Home, sweet home.
There's more trouble on the Western Front at the same time tomorrow on BBC Two in Old Montana.